Hi everyone, welcome back to my garden. My name is Alex and today I'm going to be cutting back my lemon balm bush for the first time ever. So I planted this lemon balm bush last year as a small started plant that I purchased from a store, and I planted it and it grew into, a moderate sized plant, and I harvested tons of lemon balm last year, but this year it has grown to epic proportions. Let's see, this is all my lemon balm right here, and I learned that apparently you can cut the lemon balm back to just a few inches tall. So harvest this entire plant, just leave a couple of inches at the bottom, and it will grow back several times over the summer. It just grows back and you cut it back again, and several times I'll be able to harvest this much lemon balm. So if you've never used lemon balm before, or if you've never heard of it, it is a plant in the mint family. So it looks a lot like mint, and it's a very aggressive grower like mint, but it smells lemony, citrusy, and delicious. You can just chew on a leaf, and it's got a really great flavor, but you can use it fresh or you can dry it. If you want to use lemon balm fresh, you can pour boiling water over a handful of fresh leaves to make hot tea, or I also make a really delicious lemon balm and ginger iced tea, and I have a recipe for that that I'll put a link in the description so you guys can try it. But yeah, you can also use it in savory dishes. You can wrap lemon balm leaves around a piece of fish and bake it. You can also use lemon balm in different marinades and things like that. It's also a really good addition to salads for a little citrusy flavor. What I'm going to do with most of this lemon balm that I harvest today, I'm going to be showing you how to make bundles that you can wrap. You can wrap something around the stem to make bundles, and you can hang the bundles to dry. And then once it's completely dry, which takes a couple of weeks, you crumble the dried leaves into some kind of jar or container, and then you can use that as dried tea. Lemon balm is also a medicinal herb that you can use to make a tincture that you can take several times a day. And lemon balm is a nervine herb, and that means that it is really good for soothing the nervous system. And so it's really good to help with things like anxiety and depression and insomnia. So yeah, lemon balm is a great herb. It's nutritious, it smells amazing, it's delicious, and it's really good for you. So I will get started and show you how I'm going to prune and cut back this plant and harvest it. So I'm going to wear gloves while I am pruning back this lemon balm, because there might be spiders or bugs living in this plant. I mean, I've never seen anything scary living in it, but I'm just gonna wear some gloves. And I've just got some pruners. They are a little bit rusty, but they should do the job. All right. So everything I read online said that you can just leave a couple of inches of the plant at the bottom. So I'm probably gonna leave 6 or 7 inches of the plant at the bottom to grow back. Obviously it's got to have some leaves so that it will grow back. Let's see, and it's so big and bushy that I'm going to have to, really get up under there in order to cut some back. So I just trimmed off a few branches, and these are close to 2 feet long. I'm just gonna put them in this basket until I collect enough to make a bundle, and then I'll show you how I do that. All right, I've got enough harvested now that I can show you how to tie a bundle. So some of these are quite long. You can harvest, you can take shorter sections if you have limited space, if you need to make a smaller bundle to dry the herbs. And I'm just gathering the ends, the cut ends together, make everything a little neat and tidy. It's a little bit of a mess, but we'll do our best. So once you have everything gathered up together here, you just want to tie these stems together, and you can use, different things, but I'm going to use a rubber band mainly because when the plant starts to dry out, it's going to actually get smaller. So you want to make sure that you have it tied really tightly because it's going to shrink, and a rubber band is going to help still keep it together even after it shrinks a bit. So I'm just wrapping it around several times. And I'm going to do it pretty tight because, like I said, it's going to shrink and that would cause it to get looser. So here we've got a beautiful bundle of lemon balm. And what I like to do is get a large paper grocery sack, and I like to stick this bundle in the grocery sack. So the bundle's upside down and the sack is right side up, and you just stick it down inside the sack, and then I kind of, if it's got handles, or you can just bunch the sides of the bag up around the stem and kind of tie that up too. That way you can do it without a paper sack, but if you use the paper sack, it's going to keep dust and things off of the leaves while they're drying. But I don't have that many paper sacks, so I'm actually going to just probably hang this up in my laundry room, which is very warm and dry. And yeah, it's only going to take a couple of weeks for these to completely dry out and be crumbly. The leaves will crumble, and then you can just crumble it into a jar and an airtight container, and it'll store for a really long time. And you can have some really lovely lemon balm tea. It makes great gifts. I like to mix dried lemon balm with dried sage and have that together as a tea. It's really delicious. So yeah, I'm going to keep harvesting the rest of this plant, and when I'm done, I'll show you what's left. All right, now that I have harvested almost the entire bush, I'm going to show you, there's a little bit more visibility here now, so I'm going to show you exactly where I was cutting the stems. As you can see, there's still plenty of leaves here, so this is going to completely grow back and I'll be able to harvest it all summer. So you can see the structure of it, the stem grows up, and then where you have a leaf pair, you also have these tiny little leaves growing out and new branches. Now that I've cut this, new branches will come out on either side here. So I've got a few more places to snip, and then I will be done for the day. As you can see, the lemon balm is much smaller and more manageable now. I've got a lot more space for the things to grow around the bush, and here I've got a bush of lemon balm in a basket ready to be tied into bundles and dried and made into delicious iced tea. So this is a lot of lemon balm to process at one time. If you don't have the time or the space to do this, I suggest just harvesting more of your lemon balm more often. I really haven't harvested much of mine this season. It's May now, it's almost June, and I haven't harvested much lemon balm off of my plant at all because I still have so much dried lemon balm from last year, as well as my lemon balm tincture that I made. So I suggest just harvesting more often, and that will keep your plant at a more manageable size. It won't take over your garden. Also, mine hasn't gone to seed yet. It hasn't made any flowers, but apparently when lemon balm does make flowers, unless you want it to spread over your entire garden, you need to snip off any flowers that form as soon as they form, because once it goes to seed, the seed spreads very readily and it will cover your entire garden, or so I've heard. But I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. I love lemon balm, and I hope that you give it a try, and I hope that you love it as well. If you liked this video, please make sure to hit the like button and definitely subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I post weekly garden tours and tutorials, and some of the things I'm doing for the first time, so you're learning along with me. Really, I want to show you that anybody can garden, anybody can grow things, because seeds want to grow. So thank you for watching, and happy growing.